Hey, buddy. We got 13 minutes. How long is that? Southwest Illinois College here for John A. Logan men's basketball on 103.5 ESPN. We're glad to have you as we are getting you set for Logan men's basketball. They come into the game 15-2 on the season, and they are 7-0. And Tim Ritchie joins us here on our pregame show. This week, the Vols stayed at number 6 in the national rankings from the NJCAA, but Vols are playing good basketball, coming off the win at Wren Lake, the 30-point win on Monday night.
Oh, yeah, so they're still number 6. Huh? I didn't see the standings.
Number
okay.
6.
No, they're an excellent ball club. John A. Logan is. They just seem like first 10 minutes of the game is closed. They expanded over 10 points about every game, but you got to be ready every game. This Southwest team beat Vincennes, and Vincennes only lost 2 games, one to John A. Logan and one to Swick.
Absolutely, but Vols are riding a 14-game winning streak. They have just been on a roll of late, and the topic of conversation about this Vols team, Tim, is the fact that it can be a 26-22 ball game. 1 second they'll be up like 3 or 4, and the next thing you know they're up 17.
Yeah, you can't
15,
believe you
17.
look up and how can they be up 15? They were up 2 points a while ago. You're right on that. So, of course, they got congratulations to Kurt Lewis going signed for University of Missouri. I think Missouri's playing tonight, but he is an excellent player. He could score a lot more points if he wanted to. But I think he enjoys passing more than anything. Peterson doing a great job shooting three-pointers too. Lewis, I think, shooting like 50% from there. The players like Elijah Jones and James Dent, they don't get the recognition they deserve.
So the Blue Storm, they are 12-6 on the season. They're 4-3 in conference. As we mentioned, the Vols 15-2 overall, 7-0 in conference, number 16 team, the number 6 team in the country. We are going to go on and take a break here on our pregame show, and you're going to hear from head coach Kyle Smith-Peters when we come back here on 103.5 ESPN.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
Talking to Coach Tyler Smith-Peters before today's game at Swick. But before we talk about Swick, we'll talk a little bit about Rend Lake. A 30-point win on Monday. And, great confidence builder for the guys, if nothing else. And a good dominant win to continue the now lucky number 13 win streak going on for you guys.
Yeah, no, and, started off a little slow, but we got it going. We ended the half really well, and we kept it going in the second half, and that's what we want to do. We want to go in, especially on the road games. Doesn't matter where you're playing. It's a tough atmosphere just because you have to bring your own energy and all that. But, we had the mentality of we going in, doesn't matter if we're playing Rend Lake or the Lakers, we're going in to win the game.
KJ had a good game, had a couple good games recently, and you like seeing him being able to pick it back up, especially when he's considered one of the top prospects in the nation, and then also the fact that he's a big part of this team as well.
Yeah, no, he's a huge part of it, and I have to credit to him. He's been working hard at it. As long as his mind's right, he's going to be a really good player.
Like I said, he's kind of picked it up recently the past couple of days. What's another player that maybe you're looking at saying he's due for a breakout game recently?
All of our guys can do it, so that's the thing. And we've talked about it before, Matt. We don't know who's going to be the leading scorer tonight against Swick.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you each night that, I think this guy will have a breakout game, or because, they all deserve it, and, they all are happy when someone else has that type of game.
Yeah. At Swick tonight, of course, like you mentioned, and the big thing that stuck out to me was that, they have three guys that average double digits for points, but the thing that stuck out to me was they're averaging 16 turnovers a game. You can utilize that against them and really get some big free chances for you guys.
Yeah, no, and right now Swick's playing really well. They just beat Vincennes at Swick on Monday by 10, and Vincennes is a really good team, and so we got to come in with the same mindset that we've had the last 13 games, and if we don't, they're very capable of beating us.
And they not ranked this season really at all, or they've been in that conversation, but not exactly been where they have been the past couple of years. But they've built up that culture, and that's why you see a win over Vincennes and such. And so even if they may not be, number 24, number 15 like they have been in the past couple of years, they're still going to be a tough team, and they're going to be ones that give you all they can handle. And, those are the teams that are probably the most dangerous because they know what it's like to beat a top 5 team, a top 10 team, and that's what you guys are. And so they're going to go ahead and give you everything that they can give you, and you're going to have your hands full tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they're playing, like I said, they're playing really, really well right now, especially with coming off the win against Vincennes. They're going to have a lot of confidence, and it's tough. It's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little different kind of gym. So our guys got to get used to it. We might not get the same calls that we would at home, but that's part of it. We always tell our guys we're already down 10 on the road, so we're starting out down 10.
Yeah.
So as long as we come in with the mindset and the mentality of being the toughest and hardest playing team, we'll win.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Or Smith-Peters talking to our Matt Varney on our pregame shows. We're getting you set for Vols basketball. Yeah, Tim, the NJCAA rankings came out this week. There was a little movement in the top team, in the top 10 rather. Chipola is number 1. They're a perfect 21-0 on the season. Southern Idaho, number 2. 21-0. Odessa 16-1 in the 3 spot. In the 4 spot, Salt Lake 19-1. Tallahassee is 19-1. They set at 5. But then listen to the next 4. John A. Logan 14-2 at number 6. Indian Hills 17-2 at number 7. Vincennes is 18-1 at number 8. Moberly is number 9 at 16-3, and then Lee is 16-3. They're in the top.
Who's the last one?
Lee, and so
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard all the others.
So, but that 6, 7, 8, 9 slot there is
all pretty well
Vols
local.
in competition.
Yeah.
But
That's
the Vols.
why Logan plays.
Numbers.
Some of these teams, they get the record up there. They play weak teams.
Yeah.
So not Logan.
14 game winning streak for this team.
Yeah. Hey, it's fun. When you're, no offense to anybody, but things aren't going well. It's not much fun when you're not winning. But I can take not winning if you hustle and play hard. And I think Logan, the ladies didn't play as well as they had the last 2 games.
Some people think this may be a trap game for Logan. Do you think so? I mean, they're coming off the win, the 9-point win over Vincennes.
I just think sometimes it's going to be, they're not going to, I hope not, but not play well. It's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah.
There'll be some team.
Because they really haven't had, other than maybe Indian Hills earlier.
Hills was,
where they had the
12-point
lead.
We won a double overtime.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, that they've been winning by probably, I'll have to go through and figure out the average winning margin. But it's probably around 22, 23 points
who
a
was
game.
it? Wabash, I don't forget who it was, but we had like a 50, Logan Ben had like a 59-24 lead at halftime.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable against a good team, too.
Absolutely. But we're getting you set for here at Coach Jay Harrington Court. As both teams are down in the locker room, we're going to go on and take our final break. We'll be back in 60 seconds here as we're getting you set for Logan men's basketball on your home for Logan Sports 103.5 ESPN.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Welcome back.
Back here on 103.5 ESPN. Let me correct something I said earlier. I think I've said it twice. A 14-game winning streak. It's actually a 13-game winning streak for the Vols. They are 15-2 on the season, 7-0 in conference play. Swick comes in 12-6. They are 4-3 in the conferences. Both teams are back out on the floor.
What the buzzer go off for?
I think they were testing.
Oh, yes. I was going to
say,
I thought
they did that in the first game, too.
Okay, I was going to say they go back and get ready for the game.
I think they were just testing.
They got the clock. The clock's at 20 minutes. Get it right here. No, the Logan, just the unbelievable way the Logan men have played. Their defense, we keep on saying it, very outstanding. Their unselfish play on the offensive end.
Both teams finished their shoot-arounds. And we're going to pause. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups for both these teams and the tip-off. It's coming up next. Logan basketball here on 103.5 ESPN.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
West Illinois College here for Wednesday night, John A. Logan men's basketball on 103.5 ESPN. Dave McKenzie with you tonight. Tim Ritchie alongside. Rick Hayes back at the studio as as the number 6 team in the country takes on the Blue Storm here from Southwest Illinois College. The starting lineups for Coach Tyler Smith-Peters being announced. Number 1, Kurt Lewis, the 6'5" sophomore out of Louisville. Number 3, Kamari Peterson, the 6'1" sophomore from Gary, Indiana. Number 4, Elijah Jones from South Holland, Illinois, the 6'7" sophomore. Isaiah Stafford, the number 24, 6'2" sophomore from Bolingbrook in Illinois. And then KJ Debrick from Springfield, number 32. For Coach Tyler Smith-Peter, Kurt Lewis, Kamari Peterson, Eli Jones, Stafford, and Debrick. Now for Coach Jay Harrington, the 6'4" freshman, number 1, Jaden Lawrence, Jaquaeus Franklin, the 6'1" sophomore, Kamani Bentz, the 6'4" sophomore from Toronto, Canada. Saxton Hepker, who I've watched play at Nashville High School for the last few years, the 6'7" freshman, gets the start. And it'll be Jacoby Huddleston, the 6'8" sophomore. He wears number 21. So for Jay Harrington, he's going to go with Lawrence, Franklin, Bent, Hepker, and Jacoby Huddleston.
Off the bench, it's scoring at 11 points a game is Gray Boyd. Played at John A. Logan last year.
Of course, big injury for Coach Jay Harrington, and that is the fact that Noah Courtney is unavailable to a ankle injury. He averages 12 points a game and one of their big scorers, so he's not available
Coach
to play
Harrington
tonight.
was saying he didn't get MRI. He's hoping to get it quicker than they're going to get it.
We appreciate you tuning in here to John A. Logan Sports on 103.5 ESPN. KJ Debrick is going to jump it against Saxton Hepker, the 6'7" freshman from Nashville, Illinois. KJ, ball in the air, easy tip for the balls, and it's Kamari Peterson. That brings it across the timeline. Over the right side, Kurt Lewis looks for the cutter down the lane. He's going to keep it himself and bring it near side. Stafford has it. Hand off to Peterson. Stafford drives. Right-hand floater's good. And it was Kamari Patterson, Isaiah Stafford with the first bucket for the Volunteers. Storm have it over on the left side. Around the screen is Bent. Leaves it for Franklin. Franklin down low on the low block. Now it is Lawrence who controls. And over on the left wing, bounce pass, low block. Hepker runs into Debrick, puts it up off the glass and good.
Went over Debrick. Yeah.
Yes, he did. 2-2 ball game just underway here from Swick. Ball's control. Peterson now near side to Kurt Lewis on the left wing. Lewis just announced he's going to Mizzou next year. Crossover dribble, pull up three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound is controlled by Kamani Bent for the Storm. Outlet pass to Hepker. Head fake three. Lewis bid on it. Hepker misses the three. The rebound pulled down from Huddleston. Throws it back up top to Franklin. And the Storm can reset their offense. Around the screen, driving it is Franklin. Gets it to Hepker. Hepker bounce pass in the paint. Skyhook is good from Jacoby Huddleston. 4-2, Storm lead. Of course, the Blue Storm a 9-point win over Vincennes on Monday night. Over on the left wing, Q Peterson drives, dishes it. Now to Elijah Jones, to Lewis. His three is a little too strong. The long rebound pulled down by Jacoby Huddleston. The Blue Storm into the front court now. Franklin, right wing, has Lewis on him. Getting some help is Jones defensively, and a two-pointer from Franklin is good.
He had Lewis on him too.
Yep. So the ball slowed down the pace. It's a 6-2 Storm lead here. Over on the left wing, Elijah Jones drives the paint, dishes to the corner. Stafford has it between the leg dribble. Now brings it up to Peterson. Q looks around, looks back at Tyler Smith-Peters, and a whistle. And a foul away is going to be on number 21, and that's going to be Jacoby Huddleston of Swick.
I didn't see it. It was off the ball.
It was off the ball. So here comes Peterson. Down low. Taking it to the rack. Elijah Jones has his shot partially blocked. Nice job. It's going to stay with the Volunteers.
Unused situation. Quick, Jay Harrington, head coach, sits on the bench, and Steve Campo runs up and down the sideline, assistant coach.
Ball's trigger in. It's controlled by Jones. Feeds Peterson and misses the layup. Rebound. KJ. Good work in the paint by KJ Debrick. His first field goal. It's a 6-4 Storm lead with the basketball. 17:20 remaining here in the first half. Over on the left side of the circle, they work it to the right side now. It's Bent, Kamani Bent. Over on the left wing to Franklin. Franklin tried to feed Hepker in the paint. Ball's off the hands of Hepker. And the first turnover of the game belongs.
He was wide open inside.
To the Blue Storm, it's 6-4. Vols trail it by 2 with the basketball. Peterson brings it, gets it to Debrick way up top between the circles. Stafford's going to launch the 3. Off the mark, rebound, Storm the other way. Up top, Lawrence drives to the low block, puts it off the glass and good. Jaden Lawrence leans in and gets the bucket to fall. 8-4, Storm the 4-point lead. Here's Jones, over to Stafford, over toward the hash on the far side from our location. Now, Elijah Jones from South Holland, Indiana, finds Debrick. He's going to pull up 3 for KJ Debrick. 5 now for KJ. 5 of the 7. Vols trail by 1. Franklin, right-hand dribble to the high post. Coming out to get it is Huddleston. He drives down the left side of the lane, bumps him to Debrick, throws it at the rim, and it somehow falls in. Huddleston has 4 here in the first 4 minutes of this game. Driving the lane, Stafford's layup. He's fouled.
Boy, that delayed action there. Got the defense on their heels.
So Isaiah is going to go to the line, and he's going to be shooting 2. I think the foul was on Jacoby Huddleston. And if that's the case, that's number 2 because he's going to the bench. So Isaiah Stafford, who shoots 71% from the line, averaging 12 points a game, is at the stripe shooting 2 as he gets the first one to go. 3 now for Isaiah. 10-8 with 16 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half. Stafford second. Sweet.
Nothing but string music.
4 points for Isaiah. And it's a 1-point lead for the Storm. They drive it the other way with the layup, no good from Franklin. And somehow the Storm wind up getting the rebound. Franklin has it. Around the screen from Hepker. Nope. And the jumper way off the mark. Ball's tipped around. Here's Silu with it. Kurt Lewis brings it across the timeline to himself. He's going to drive it to the paint, off the glass with the right hand and good. Kurt Lewis on the book. In the book now. The Vols have the 1-point lead. It's 11-10. Into the front court, driving the lane, right side. Kamani Bent, and a foul is called on. That's going to be on Elijah Jones, the first on Jones. It was before the shot, so the ball is going to be on this side, the baseline to our right. Elliott Lowndes into the game for the Vols, replacing Debrick. Inbound pass comes up top to Jaden Lawrence. Lawrence hands it off to Jaquias Franklin. Franklin, crossover dribble. Lowndes picks him up. Now the 3 from Hepker's off the mark. Good. Staff down for the Volunteers. Peterson. Spin move in the paint. Dishes to the corner right from Elijah Jones is good. 14-10, 4-point lead. Steal in the backcourt. Taking it to the rim is Peterson. And the ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Volunteers.
Good steal by Peterson.
Yes, it was. 2 turnovers. Yep.
Yeah.
2 turnovers. 14-10 is our score. Officials are ready. They hand it, and the inbound pass comes to Elijah Jones. There's Lowndes and a charging foul. is going to be called on Elijah Jones.
Yeah.
It's his second foul. It's a turnover, the first turnover.
Well, getting ready to come in.
Yep. Justin Cross is going to replace Elijah Jones. Eli puts his arm around Tyler's neck, said, do better next time, coach.
Yeah, no more fouls.
I'll do better. Under 15 to play. It's a 4-point Vols lead, but the Blue Storm have it. Franklin wants to go to the left side. Cross cuts him off. Pass is tipped around. Turnover. Forrest Lowndes picks it up. Third turnover on the Storm. Lob pass. Lewis, and he gets fouled on the feed from, I believe that was Justin Cross. Saw Lewis cutting the baseline. That would have been a rim rattler if he could have got it to go.
Little pass, a little bit lower.
So Kurt Lewis is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Didn't see who the foul was on. We can't see it on the board to our right.
Good game, coach.
So Kurt Lewis, it's 81% from the strike. First one is off the mark. Kurt announced this week he's going to go join Sean East and Coach Smith-Peters at Mizzou.
A little line going there.
Yeah.
Luke Grace from Ontario was in for Kaskaskia, a few miles away from here.
Kurt's second is way long. The rebound is grabbed by Luke Grace for the Storm. 4-point lead, 14-10 for the Vols. Storm, and a bump foul is going to be called on Justin in to Jaquias Franklin. Coming in for the Storm is going to be Dre Boyd. He's replacing Saxon Hepker. Hepker was a heck of a ball player up at Nashville. Won a state title.
6-7.
So Franklin, Ethan Brown is running the offense now. At the point, up top of the key. Backs it up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They find Grace. Now the bounce pass right side. It goes to Bent. Bent drives into the lane, got the lane open, misses the layup, rebound, Storm. And with the shot clock runs out of time, and the Blue Storm have picked up their 4th turnover of the game. We have a timeout on the floor with 13:52 remaining, and it is going to be.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Welcome back to Jay Harrington Court here at Southwest Illinois College in Belleville. Dave McKenzie, Tim Ritchie along the side. It's a 14-10 lead for your Volunteers over the Storm here this evening. Vols riding a 13-game winning streak, trying to push it to 14. And, of course, a big win for Swick on Monday night, 9-point win over Vincennes. Vols have it coming out of the timeout as they have it on the right wing. Stafford. Head fake dribbles around, gets the screen from Justin Cross. Now back to the right side, gets it to Cross. Cross is going to drive in, pulls up at the elbow. Back up top to Stafford. Stafford looks back at Tyler Smith-Peter. Subs getting ready to come in. James Dent also. It's going to be Sean Smith coming in. The jumper no good. Rebound Cross. Has the ball slapped out of his hands. And they're going to call it on Kamani Bent. Bent's first foul. That is the 14th foul now on the Blue Storm. James Dent checks in. Elijah Jones back in. Going out of the game is going to be Q Peterson and Isaiah Stafford. So Smith will trigger. Gets it to Kurt Lewis. He's out on the left wing. Drives into the paint. Hop, skip, jump, and a bump foul.
On Ethan Brown, I believe.
Yep. That's going to be the first on Ethan. Vols will have it on the baseline to our left. We're directly across the floor from the scores bench here at Swick this evening.
A little better position than we thought we were going to have.
Yeah, it's a pretty good look for us. They get it in. James Dent launches the three. Oh, just off the mark, no good. Rebound to the Storm the other way. Getting the rebound and taking it across the timeline is Ben himself down low. They feed Grace, and he gets the layup the other way. His first field goal of the game. He's hit his average, and it's a 2-point lead for the Volunteers, 14-12 with 12:50 remaining here in the opening half. Kurt Lewis hands it off to Dent. Back to Lewis. He's going to launch the three. Good. Kurt Lewis flashes the three as he heads to the backcourt. 5 in the game now for Kurt, averaging 14 a game. Up top, Bent has Lewis on him defensively. Man-to-man D by the Vols. Bent drives into the paint, dishes down low. Boy, nice feed from Bent to Dre Boyd. Boyd converts it, and it's 17-14 Volunteers with the ball. Lowndes jumper, way too strong. Air ball the other way, and Storm have it. Pull up three, top of the key, too strong. Lowndes is there for the rebound for the Volunteers. One shot and done on that possession by the Storm. Tyler Smith, Peter says, run the offense, and they do. Dent now to Justin Cross. They bring it near side left wing. Nice beat down low. James Dent. Oh, he misses the bunny. Misses the easy shot in the paint. And the Storm pick up a charging foul the other way as Dre Boyd put the shoulder into Justin Cross.
Yeah, good job by Cross taking the charge.
And that is the 5th turnover unofficially on Swick here this evening. 17-14 is our score. The Volunteers, the 3-point lead, 11:43 remaining here in this first half. Slow walk across midcourt for Sean Smith. He goes to the right side, hands it to Dent. Dent is going to hand it to Lewis. He dribbles across the top of the key, drives the lane, layup partially blocked, and a foul. The foul now may be on Kamani Bent. It is. That's going to be number 2 on Bent.
Jaden Lawrence thought it was on him, number 1.
So they're going to say that CeeLo was shooting, so he's got 2 coming to him. He's 0 for 2 his first trip to the line. Shoots 81%. He's got 5 points in the game, a field goal and a 3-pointer. And number 1 from Louisville, Kentucky, shooting 2. There we go. Attaboy. 6 now for CeeLo.
String music.
Kurt Lewis came to the radio station for Talking Balls last night for the first time. He was a lot of fun to talk to.
Great. He's a player.
You'll hear
number 3 in the nation.
That interview coming up at halftime. Second is too strong. 1 for 4 is Lewis, and he's frustrated with himself. Storm have it in the front court. Franklin around the screen from Hefker. Now throws it over to the left side. Here comes Boyd, and a foul away from the ball is going to be on.
No, I think it's on Lewis. Fouling Boyd.
It is.
He's going out of the ball game.
So KJ Debrick back into the contest. So it's Dent and Debrick, Justin Cross, Isaiah Stafford, and Sean Smith. Baseline drive. Oh, nice break down the lane as Dre Boyd found a slim opening on that baseline drive, kisses the board, and it's 18-16.
Quick move.
Volunteers have the 2-point lead in the ball. Stafford drives the baseline. Got in the air, no place to go with it, just had to throw it away. Storm come away with it. 10:45 remaining here in the first half. Franklin toward the right hash. Around the screen from Grace, now up top. Takes it to the block. Debrick meets him. Floater's good, though, from Jakias Franklin. 4 for Franklin. And we have a tie ball game, 18-18 at the 2:20 mark of the first half. James Dent on the far sideline in front of the Storm bench. Dishes it to Stafford. Stafford stepped on the sideline as he broke toward the paint. Third turnover on the Volunteers unofficially. The Storm have battled back as Vols kind of jumped out to, what was that, a 6-point lead and a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. 10-12 remaining in the first half, and we are tied at 18. This is Volunteers basketball on 103.5 ESPN.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching now is life-changing.
We are tied at 18 with 10-12 remaining in the first half. There's the Volunteers are on the road at Southwest Illinois College this evening. Lady Vols got beat by 10 in the earlier game, 72-62. Blue Storm have the basketball coming out of the timeout. Bringing it across the timeline is Dre Boyd. Boyd holds it way up high with the dribble, gets the screen from Hepker. Circles back around Hepker, gets another screen, drives it top of the key, finds Franklin. Franklin gets the screen from around Grace, and the Vols are matched up man-to-man. They push the ball way up high. 7, 6, 5 on the shot clock. Franklin, jumper from the free throw line, off the mark, too strong. Rebound to Lawrence, and a new shot clock for the Storm. Grace needs some help, looks for some help. Nobody goes to get him, but he throws it out and finds Dre Boyd. Boyd stutter steps his way around to the rack, to the ram. Layup is good. Nice move from Dre Boyd. 6 in the game for Dre. And the Storm have a 2-point lead, 20-18. With it, Sean Smith to the elbow, pulls up. 3 from James Dent, got touched and buries the 3.
Looked like he got fouled.
Yes, it did. No call, but Vols back up one, 21-20. Into the front court. Franklin down low. Hepker, shot blocked by Justin Cross.
Well, looked like that was clean.
Justin picks up foul number 2, but it is going to be Saxton Hepker, the 6'7" freshman that'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's got 2 points here in the game so far. You know, all that whole Nashville team last year, that whole group of seniors, all of them 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". They grown tall there.
So they won state last year. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
For 2A,
yes.
3A, 2A.
2A, yes.
2A, yeah.
Hepker gets the first free throw to go.
They do, girl, and the girls are tall too. I know my daughter was there freshman. They always faced a 6-foot Nashville girl.
Kurt Lewis comes back into the game. Also Eli Downen on the floor. So Isaiah Stafford, James Dent, Sean Smith out there.
Sean Smith turns things around most games.
Yes, he does. Eli had a good stretch in that game Monday night at Rindley. Here's the second from Hepker. It's good. 4 now for Saxton Hepker. And a 1-point lead for the Blue Storm. Stafford directs traffic while he dribbles with the left hand. Gets it down and over on the right wing. Looks inside. Ball slapped and a reaching foul called on Luke Grace. That's going to be number 1 on Luke Grace. The 8th team foul now, the 9th team foul. So the 1-and-1, Eli Downen, is at the free throw line. Eli, Carterville native. Heck of a football quarterback.
Was he quarterback?
He was. First free throw is good. Gets the bonus. Let's see. That is going to be Jaden Lawrence back into the game now to replace Luke Grace. Second free throw from Eli Downen. It's good. Eli's got 2, and he gives the Vols the 1-point lead, 23-22, with 8:45 remaining in the first half. Bringing the ball across the timeline. Ethan Brown from Belleville, Illinois. Crossover dribble. Lewis picks him up defensively. Back and forth, left and right he goes. Now down and picks him up on the switch. Over on the far side, Lawrence feeds down low. Hepker loses the handle. Ball out of bounds, and a turnover is number 6 on the Blue Storm. The Vols a chance to extend this 1-point lead. 8:20 remaining in the half. Play is set. Sean Smith to Stafford. Stafford asks for C. Lewis to come get him. And he does. Now Sean Smith stutter steps left and right. Crossover to the baseline. Spin move on the block. And a foul is called. And that's going to be on Ethan Brown. Brown just picked up foul number 2.
Might have been on Smith.
Maybe it was on Smith.
Yeah. I think I thought he walked.
I did. Wow. Foul on Smith gives it back to the Storm. 23-22, Vols the 1-point lead. Franklin dribbles, left wing. Ball tipped away, and they're going to say it was a backcourt violation as Isaiah Stafford was putting pressure on Franklin, and the ball does wind up in the backcourt. The turnover gives it back to the Volunteers.
Good job.
Kurt Lewis below us here. Will trigger, and he gets it to Q Peterson. Q back into the ball game now. Dribbles around, leaves it for Stafford. Stafford takes it off the hop, and now to Dent. Left wing, Peterson. Stutter steps, jumper 3 from the left wing is short. Rebound controlled by Dre Boyd for the Blue Storm. He takes it himself, bumps into C. Lewis. Down low, feeds Hepker. Hepker gets the slam the other way. 6, nice little give and go there.
Yeah, nice pass by Boyd.
On the little feed to Hepker, and he gets the dunk. 6 now for Saxon Hepker. 24-23, 1-point lead for the Storm. Vols with the basketball. 7 minutes remaining in the half. Pull up 3 from Dent is good. He's got 2 threes in the game, 6 total. The Vols are back up 2. Here comes Ethan Brown. Steps across the timeline. Stafford on him defensively. Switch off with C. Lewis. Now the feed down low to Brown. To the block is Boyd. And Boyd fights his way.
Nice move by him.
Man, he's got the moves. That was a great kiss off the glass, and we're tied at 26. Stafford to Dent. Down and comes up, sets the screen. Dent dribbles, gets it to Down and now. He's going to pull up 3. That was short. Stafford the rebound. Takes it to the hole. He tried to get the dunk, and he got fouled as Dre Boyd got into him. You saw Isaiah Stafford's eyes light up that big as he saw that little opening. As he was going to try to get
tight traffic.
We have a timeout on the floor, and there is 6:15 remaining. Volunteers and the Blue Storm are tied at 26. It's going to be a 60 timeout. 26-26. This is Vols basketball on 103.5 ESPN. Welcome back to Vols basketball here on 103.5 ESPN. 26-26 is our score with 6:15 remaining in the first half. Another entertaining ball game, Tim Ritchie.
Oh, it is. It's a tight one, 26 apiece. This is the time game usually Logan starts extending the lead.
Isaiah Stafford is at the line, and he's shooting 2 after being fouled. Gets the first one to go, 3 for 3 from the line. 71% free throw shooter is Stafford. (27-26). 4 for 4 is Mr. Stafford.
I got to set the defense up here.
Yep, full court pressure in the backcourt, applied by the Vols. Slight pressure, though, as Dent's back there on the point. He backs off on the Vols side of midcourt. Here comes Ethan Brown, hands it to Franklin. Now it's Lawrence. Lawrence back to Brown. Brown went way wide. KJ Debrick blocks it. Here come the Vols the other way. In the paint, the layup no good from Kurt Lewis. Ball was out of bounds off of Kurt Lewis. KJ at the last second reached up and slapped it out of the air.
Nice block.
Two-point lead, 28-26. Volunteers. And it's Swick basketball. Franklin across the logo at midcourt to the right wing. Feeds Hebner just off the left elbow. He fights his way down the block, puts it up off the glass, no good. Nice job, Debrick standing his ground. Vols get the rebound. Dent, top of the key, just off the circle. 3 is good.
Assist by Lewis.
And his third three-pointer of the contest gives him 9. It's 31-26, the 5-point lead for John A. Logan College. 5:10 remaining until halftime. Coming up, you're going to hear an interview we did last night on Talking Vols with Kurt Lewis, Tad Anders, TA. Jumper turnaround is no good from Ethan Brown. Stafford gets the rebound for the Volunteers. Dumps it down low. Debrick off the board, gets the bucket, and a charge is called on Debrick. He shook his head. He knew he did it.
Well, they threw the ball. I mean, it wasn't anybody's fault. Threw the ball, and the defensive player was right there.
It's only the 4th turnover on the Volunteers unofficially. Yeah. That's 8 turnovers on the Storm. 31-26 still. 5-point lead. 4:45 on the clock. And a whistle away from the ball is going to be called on James Dent. It's the first on James. But it's the foul it's going to put Dre Boyd at the stripe. He's yet to shoot free throws. First one is good. Shoots 72.5% from the line. He's got 9 points in the contest.
Averages 11 points a game. Shoots 50% from 2-point land.
Trey Boyd from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Seconds. Rims out, no good. Peterson gets the rebound. He's going to bring it across midcourt himself. Shouts out the play call. Hands it to Dent. Dent circles. Now gets it to Stafford. Stafford, top of the key, back to Dent. Left corner it goes to Kurt Lewis. His 3. Good. Kurt Lewis, his first 3-pointer of the night. 9 for Lou. 34-27, the 7-point lead for the Volunteers. Brown steps through the defenders, down into the block, turns it over, gives it back to the Volunteers. Stafford runs into Brown, no call, drives the paint, flushed, oh, he missed it. Lewis gets the rebound, finds Dent, he gets the 3-point bucket and the foul.
What a pass by Lewis, too.
What a feed. James Dent hits the 3-pointer. And he goes to the line. to shoot the and 4.
Coach Steve Campo is upset about something.
Don't get to say that a whole lot. Shooting the and 4. And he converts it.
4-point play. You're right. You don't see it. Maybe first time this year I've seen it. I've seen it.
13 for Dent. 38-27, the 11-point lead. See what we talk about the Vols, how quickly they can open up a lead. Around the screen from Hepker. Nice feed down low by Tristan McRoberts into the game. 38-29. 3:33 on the clock. Peterson feeds Stafford down the baseline, leaves it for Debrick. Debrick spin move, little right-hand push shot, no good. Put back though to clean it up from Q Peterson.
Q.
First field goal for Q, 40-29. Hepker comes out, sets the screen for Brown. Now to Franklin. Franklin has the ball slapped, winds up on his head, and then he gets back in his hands. Pulls up the dribble, finds Hepker at the right elbow. Turns around, faces Debrick, spin move, left hand off the glass is good. Oh, nice strong move by Sexton Hepker.
Debrick was right on him.
Yes, it was. It was great D, but man, Hepker just gets the layup. 40-31, 9-point lead. Peterson out toward the far hash. Over on the far side, Dent turns around, runs into 2 defenders, gets the shot to fall. And who's the foul going to be on?
He was going down on it.
It's going to be on Jaden Lawrence. How the heck did he get that bucket to fall?
Hey, you always throw it up there.
Man.
Something like that can happen.
15 in the game for Dent. And he's at the stripe shooting the and one.
He scored 9 points a game.
Coming into the game, Jefferson McLam from Lexington, North Carolina replaces Jaden Lawrence, who's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. James Dent, 86% free throw shooter, and pulls up short. Debrick the board. The putback by Debrick is good. 7 for KJ.
Nice rebound.
13-point lead for your Volunteers, 44-31. 2:20 on the clock. Dribbling around is Ethan Brown. Now to Franklin. Franklin around the screen from McRoberts. McRoberts takes the ball, drives across the free throw line to the right side. Bounce pass down low to Hepker. On the block, fights against Debrick. Nice move. And there's 2, or they call a jump ball, as Kurt Lewis come in from the backside to help Debrick.
Yeah, clean block.
Ties it up. Possession arrow is going to keep it with the Blue Storm. .202 remaining in the half. Storm will trigger from the baseline to the right. Franklin gets it to McRoberts, back to Franklin, back to McRoberts. 1 on the shot clock, can't get the shot off, and they say a shot clock violation. The field goal was made, but
Boy, Swick,
not before the buzzer.
Swick team was yelling too.
Yeah.
Let them know time's up.
So with 1:50 remaining, a 13-point lead for the Volunteers. A 13-game winning streak for the Volunteers as well. Trying to extend that to 14 here tonight. Kurt Lewis to the corner. Dent's 3. Ooh, just a little short. Hepker the rebound for the Storm.
He is human. Missed the shot.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm heartbroken, actually. Yeah. Crossover dribble to the crack. Shot is good. Way to fight his way into the paint. Ethan Brown. His first field goal.
Yeah, that was good defense, too.
Yes, it was, as he just crossed over and just chest bumped the defender and got the basket to fall. 11-point lead, Vols with the ball. 15 on the shot clock, 1:10 on the game clock. Debrick up high. Now to Peterson, crossover between the leg dribble, into the paint, to the block, off the glass, and good.
Little hesitation move.
Q with 4. Back to a 13-point lead, under a minute to go. Slow stroll by Ethan Brown. Now he goes to the right side. On the right wing, around the screen. Continues the one-handed bounce, now dishes it to Franklin. Franklin around the screen from Hepker. To the left wing, inside the arc, crossover to the rack, up and under with the right hand. How the heck do you get that to fall?
I don't know how you shoot that.
We've seen some great shots by the Storm here in this first half. They're able to get into the paint against the Volunteers.
Yeah, which is
they've got to shut that off, and a timeout is called by Tyler Smith-Peter with 18 seconds showing on the clock. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 46-35. Coming up at the half, you are going to hear the interview that Mike Murphy and I did last night on Talking Balls with Kurt Lewis and also Mr. Excitement, T.A. Tad Andrews.
He gets pretty excited.
He's
on
the head
bench.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
He's the head cheerleader and assistant coach for the Volunteers.
With Marcus Walker.
Of course, Kurt Lewis announced this week he's going to go to Mizzou, play with Sean East and with Kyle Smith-Peters. Loved hearing that. He's excited to go play with Sean East.
Oh, yeah.
And
they didn't play with him last year.
Man, this Mizzou Tigers team, and they're building a strong program quickly.
Yeah, they're top 25 right now, not 20.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach Smith-Peters helping out.
So that's coming up on our halftime report here in about 18 and a half seconds. It is 46-35, an 11-point lead for the Volunteers. Coming out of the timeout called by Tyler Smith-Peters.
They got a play set up here, sure. Get the last shot.
So Peterson will trigger from the sideline to the far side, right in front of the Storm bench. Gets it to Kurt Lewis. Lewis has McRoberts on him. Stafford takes it, drives, inside the arc, top of the key, three from Peterson. Ooh, no good. Lowndes the rebound, put back, no good. And with 3 seconds, the shot at the buzzer from Franklin, no good. That ends the first half of basketball. 46-35, John A. Logan leads Swick here on the road tonight from J. Harrington Courts. 46-35 is our score, and Tyler Smith-Peters, we'll see if he's going to pop by here. Is he going to go to the locker room? And it looks like he went to
I always get that one at 6:45.
the locker room.
So you know what situation, we had the COVID period, and we did the games back, so we're used to not coming over.
Yeah, you just kind of have to wait and see. But the Vols are in the locker room, and the Vols have an 11-point lead over the home team, Southwest Illinois College Blue Storm. We're going to go on and take a break. When we come back, you're going to hear the interview with Kurt Lewis and Tad Andrews. That's coming up next here. This is your home for Vols basketball on 103.5 ESPN.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is
Tad Andrews joining us in studio. Kurt, you're right there by the phone. Man, congratulations on announcing the move to Mizzou for next year. That was so exciting to hear.
Thank you, man. I'm very excited.
You should be.
To get to Columbia.
You should be, as you're going to go over and reunite with Coach and Sean East and what that program over the last couple of years, just how it's been built, and now to think that you're going to be a part of that coming up next year, you got to be excited for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited, especially to play under Coach Cal, because he was one of the reasons why I chose Logan. But once I found out Coach Tyler was getting a job, it was still cool. So I'm really excited to play with my brother Sean and play for Coach Cal.
Kind of a no-brainer?
Yeah, no-brainer, for sure.
How much Mike Murphy joins us online. Murph, you got a question?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Kurt, congratulations. And I was going to talk a little bit about the fact that, Tim Ritchie and I say this a lot. You could seemingly, it appears to a couple of old dogs like Tim Ritchie and I, that you could score just about any time you want to. You could average about 30 points a game, but you like to pass it. You made 2 very, very nice assists last night. Now I want the truth. I don't want, I know you're on the radio and there might be, a few hundred people listening, but don't fib to me now. Would you rather make a nice pass like that no-look down on the baseline last night or that little shovel pass underneath, or would you rather hit a 3 or a dunk? Which one would it be, Kurt?
I'd definitely rather throw that no-look pass, for sure. Get me and my team going.
Yeah, and that's that to me, that's what's so strong about this Logan team, because you guys are unselfish. Everybody wants to make the other guy successful. And whether it's you or Isaiah or Elijah or Q or Sean off the bench or KJ, everybody's pulling for everybody. I mean, there's no. Have you ever been on a team like this, Kurt, that is so unselfish?
Not really that I can remember. It was always maybe two to three people trying to get theirs. But yeah, I feel like that's what makes this team special. We all got each other's back. We trust each other.
And I said to Murph a little bit earlier, as I was just kind of thinking about what we were doing today, and Coach Tad Andrews is here with us as well. This team, any given night, it could be any 3 or 4 of you that will go off and pop for 20 or 17. And today I was going through the stats nationally. There's not a single Logan player listed in the top 50 in scoring or an assist. But it's in my mind, I was kind of shocked by that, but I was kind of thinking, this is such a group of guys that just team first. And you mentioned it a while ago. Not worried about the stats, but and it was evident when I was doing a little bit of research, and I was surprised and you're the number 6 team in the country. That on top of that,
sir, I feel like that's what makes us better, because you can't really just focus on 2 people on the team. Any night, anybody can go off. So I feel like that's what makes us even better.
Coach Tad Andrews, you want to add anything to that? I mean, it's kind of, I was kind of surprised by that.
For sure. And I think the biggest thing is, we kind of just score by committee. We're very talented. We have quite a bit of Division I players on our team, and so I think it's more, instead of just having 1 or 2 Division I players like the average junior college team, we have quite a bit more. That just means we just score by committee. So kind of what Kurt said, and that's the beauty of the program and the team that we have is it's a special group, and there's not 1 or 2 players that are going to have this or be in the top 10 of this. So that's what's cool. And again, like I said, it takes a team to win a national championship. That's what Coach said. Coach Smith-Peters said right when we got here. That's our goal, and so the guys understand it.
Murph?
Yeah, and the other thing too is, Coach, I was going to ask you this. It seems like you guys hit a spot in every game where I thought a couple times I've passed out. I thought I'd passed out because you guys. I look up and you're up 4, and I look up and you're up 17. And I think I asked him. I said, "Did we go through a time warp here? Have we lost 15 minutes here on our time on Earth?" Because they got that great. And I don't know if it's because they turn that defense into offense so quickly. But here's one thing too. We got to talk about the defense, because I'm going to tell you what, Kamari Peterson just flat shut down the guy he was guarding last night, Jackson Creel. Ren Lake. I swear a couple times I saw Q's head inside Creel's jersey just like his.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, that's funny. No, absolutely. And I think for what you said about Kimari Peterson, just with preparing the guys and letting them know that, hey, they're all shooters. Like Coach said, hey, we're guarding about 8 shooters, last night, and we have they're all guards really. And so Kimari did a good job, and the rest of the guys did, to just understand that. And hey, we got to defend. We can't give them shots, or we'll let them in the game. So, but yeah, I think, what was your first question, Mike, on that?
Defense. Let's talk a little bit about the defense, how you guys can shut people down. Kirk can do it too. They jump routes. Kirk's so strong, sometimes a guy already catches the ball, and he'll just shoulder him off, shrug him off, and grab the ball and go the other way. They're great at and they do it right underneath the basket too. Like if they score, they did it last night. A guy takes the ball out, somebody will step in there and pick his pocket.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's, Coach always preaches, hey, let our defense dictate our offense. That's how we're going to play. We're going to play really tough defensively and just be some pest on defense, and that's going to turn into our offense. What I learned about Coach Smith-Peters and the way he wants to play when I first got here is he wants to push the ball. And so I think, he does a really good job of, that's our culture. That's how we're going to play. And that's Logan basketball. But to what you said earlier, now it's coming back to me about just from, the first 4 minutes, I was the same thing, it's 25-23, and then all of a sudden it's 33-23. And, that's our defense, and that's how we're playing, and they're doing a good job. And also too, what Coach said, Coach Smith-Peters said, last game, of how the guys are just going hard offensively. They're running through our plays. They, going hard, playing good defense, and then all of a sudden that carries over to that one point when it was 25-23, and then all of a sudden now it's 33-23. So
it's always fun to watch, Logan, whenever you on the offensive end, and you're talking about the defense sets up the offense, you want to get out in transition. And I don't know that I've seen a team that can play so fast. I mean, off the turnover, picking up the loose ball, getting the break, somebody's cutting toward the bucket. But whenever you do have the opportunity for your sets on the offensive end, you're so much better in the transition game than you are in the set game. Am I wrong?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is, what do they say? You move faster with the ball than just running. So I think the adrenaline, as soon as it gets off, and that's how and I think that's just Logan basketball. That's what Coach Smith-Peters believes in. Hey, as soon as we get the ball off the rebound, we're pushing it. Transition, and I'm it's pretty impressive because of the way he recruited and the guys that he got for his program to fit his style of play. I mean, you knocked it on the head. We have Kimari, we have Kurt, we have Isaiah Stafford, and Sean Smith. We just hey, defensively we're going to guard really tough and then just go. So I think, I think they do a good job of running the plays, running the sets. And again, I think just running hard, running them through everything. But I think just how Coach said it the other day, when Kimara gets the ball and all our guys run hard, that's tough to beat, and that's probably one of the top transitions in the country. And so it's hard to stop the ball when we have the guards that we have.
Yeah,
running.
Absolutely. And Lou, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like being out on the break like that. And you look across, as you guys are the best at cutting off the passing lanes, getting the hands up, and once you get the ball and you look up and you've got 3 cutting toward the rim. And then the break that you had the other night in that home game and the big dunk and just being. It's got to just be so exhilarating to be able to play with that group of people.
Yeah, for sure, and that leads back to our unselfishness, because I mean we that's how we get the ball out quick. Whoever's open, hit the man. You know what I'm saying? So, like Coach said, defense leads the offense.
Absolutely, Mike.
I just got one more thing for Kurt. I just want to. Will there be a game, Kurt? Because I want to be sure I'm there. Because I know they tell you to go at the hoop more and shoot more and dunk more, and you keep. You do your thing and you rebound and you play hard defense, you make great passes. But let me know, will you, if there's going to ever be one of these nights where you're going to say, "Okay, here I go," and you're going to go off for about 35. Because I want to be there and see that. If you put the threes together with the dunks and everything else, I mean, it's okay. It is okay if you want to do that some night, because, buddy, we will all just sit back and eat popcorn and just watch because I'll say this, I've been doing Logan basketball for a long time, and I thought Sean East last year was one of the best players I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, I've got a picture on my desk with Tim Ritchie and Sean and myself up at Ren Lake from last year, but I'm being honest here. I'm being totally honest, guys. I think this team right now that Logan has may be better than last year's team that went to the Nationals. Kurt, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I think so too. I mean, we have talks about it, me and then some guys from last year. I think we better for sure. But back to your question about the 30-point night. I plan on doing it Saturday at home against Wabash.
He's planning it.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, when you get a break and you get the dunk and you spin around off the baseline, come right by the scores table and rough up his hair as you're driving by, just as to say, this one was for you, Murph.
I got you. Long as I don't get a tip. I got
you. That's funny.
Lead 46.
No, used to. You do all Carterville games, or most of them, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. The first game of the evening saw the Blue Storm women knock off the Logan women 72-62. And John A. had 8 players. They got one back tonight. Played a good ball game. Just wound up, couldn't hold it at the end.
Made stretches and come back a couple times. But in the end, Swick was a little bit better. They got to have a chance of being home now.
Everybody's back out on the floor. Both teams are ready to go. The ball is going to belong to the Volunteers here as we start play in the second half. Thank you for listening to Volunteer Sports here on 103.5 ESPN and on our live stream. And thank you to LeBlanc Productions for bringing you the live stream for these games here tonight. Feed down low to Debrick on the block, waits on the defender and scores, and that's how we start things in the second half. KJ with 9. 48-35 Volunteers. Hugh Peterson puts pressure on Franklin in the backcourt. He finally steps across the timeline. Over to the right side, the ball's tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay with the Blue Storm. Right in front of their own bench, it'll be Jaden Lawrence. It will trigger. Takes the ball. One bounce to Franklin. Franklin up top. Back to the right side to Lawrence. Thought he traveled, no call, but a turnover anyway. The ball was loose. Ball's come away with it. The outlet pass. Here comes Peterson. Right hand layup. Rims around about 3 times. And
what a move.
6 in the game for Q. 50-35, the 15-point lead. Almost get the trap up top. They break it down. Driving the lane. Huddleston hits the floor. Hurts his shoulder. He's still on the floor. Storm control. Step back 3. Top of the key is good from Franklin. 9 in the game for Franklin. And it is Jacoby Huddleston that's holding his left shoulder, and he goes over to the sideline. So that's going to bring Luke Grace off the bench.
Might be out of place.
Huddleston goes right to the trainers over on the far side from us as he's still clutching that left shoulder joint.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout. They had the ball on the offensive end.
50-38, the Vols with the basketball. Kurt Lewis over on the left wing, thought about the 3. Decides again, loses the handle, gets it back, throws it to Debrick. Debrick controls it. Thought about the 3, fake the 3, gets it to Lewis. He'll launch the 3 and bury it from the left wing. Kurt Lewis, that's his 3rd three-pointer. He's got 12 on the night. 53-38. Kamari Bent now to Jaden Lawrence. Up top to Grace. He's going to pull up three. That was too strong. And the rebound, Q Peterson. He's on the run. The length of the floor. Bounce past the Debrick. Oh, KJ just couldn't pick it up clean. And the turnover is going to be the 5th on the Vols here in the contest. Quickly, the outlet pass to Lawrence. Off the glass, misses the layup. Hepker gets it. Left-hand layup is good from Saxton Hepker. He's into double digits with 10 now. 53-40, 13-point lead. Peterson around the screen, leaves it for Kurt Lewis. A little underhanded layup is good. For Lou, 14 for Kurt Lewis. Back to a 15-point lead, 55-40. Tyler Smith-Peters, TA on the far sideline, clapping their hands. They like what they see. They like the pressure. On the left wing is Franklin. Franklin to Grace. Now dishes it to Bent. Bent down low. Hepker pulls up, just worms his way around the floor, and he got fouled. And the foul is going to be on Jones. Did they count the bucket? They did not. So Saxton Hepker will go to the line, and he's going to be shooting 2. Justin Cross is going to check in. Hepker is at the line, a 46% free throw shooter. He's got 10 points in the game. He is 2 for 2 from the stripe tonight. First one is in the air and good. 11 now for Saxton. Coming out of the game is going to be Elijah Jones. Justin Cross checks in. He'll come to the block on the free throw line left. And Hepker, who wears number 20. Second free throw. Too strong, but the rebound controlled by Kamani Bent. Long three, top of the key from Brown was no good. From Franklin, no good. Vols get the rebound. Nice feed to Cross on the baseline. Now to Stafford, pulls up in the paint. Up and under, finds Debrick over to the corner. Three from the corner is no good. That put up by Peterson. And Lawrence controls the rebound. Into the front court, behind the back dribble, behind Lawrence. To the corner, around to Grace. Top of the key, it goes to Franklin. Franklin finally dribbles with a left hand between the legs now, backs it up toward the hash. Just below us here. Feeds Grace. Grace thought about the shot, finds Hepker. Hepker in the paint, waits on the defender, and the shot does not fall as it slowly went around the rim like a train track.
A couple times.
It's like he was watching a slow-moving train
that was.
In your basement when you were a kid.
Had the train.
Yeah. So 55-41 stays the 14-point lead. 16 and a half remaining. Vols will be back home on Saturday. Up top, Peterson around the screen from Debrick. Tried to follow him down the lane, lost the handle, dishes it to Debrick. Debrick's there, gets the dunk the other way. KJ right there to clean it up.
Peterson with the assist.
11 in the game for KJ.
Stop that play.
16-point lead, 57-41. Feed, backdoor cut to Lawrence. Out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Storm. Right there was Peterson, Stafford. Also, Dent was right there. But the ball's going to stay with the Storm. Franklin will inbound from the baseline left. 57-41, 16 minutes remaining. Vols the number 6 team in the country. Hepker takes the inbound pass, bumps into Debrick. Shot is short. Rebound still controlled by the Storm. They can reset. 18-17 on the clock. Across the top of the key, Dre Boyd hands it to Franklin. Franklin has Stafford on him defensively. Debrick steps in, finds Hepker. Hepker drives, left-hand layup is good from Saxton Hepker.
How many points he had?
13 in the game. 57-43. Now the Volunteers the ball and the lead. Peterson dishes the Dent. Up and under. Can't get the shot to fall, but he got fouled. And the foul is going to be on Luke Grace. That's 2 now on Grace. And James Dent, who has had an outstanding game. He had 15 first half points. Is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 86% shooter from the stripe. Averages 9 a game. He's got 15. And he misses the front end. First one of 2. Cross checks in to replace Debrick. James Dent, the Springfield, Illinois native. Wears 0 on his back. The 6'4" sophomore, second free throw is good. 16 now for Mr. Dent. 58-43, 15-point lead. It's Kamani Benta brings the ball into the front court for the Storm. Over on the right wing. Here comes Boyd. Oh, stolen. Peterson on the run, the other way. Dishes it to Kurt Lewis and gets fouled.
Wow, what job by Peterson. Gave up the ball to Lewis.
Kurt Lewis with the chance for the, as Tim Ritchie says, the old-fashioned three-pointer.
Well, what a play there. Lewis passes to Peterson quite a bit. He passed everybody, so he got it back.
16 for Kurt Lewis in the game. He averages 14. So again, he's having an above-average game tonight. Second free throw, or excuse me, the free throw from Kurt Lewis is good. 17. 61-43, 18-point lead for the Volunteers.
Everybody was standing around after that free throw. I guess they thought he was going to get another.
No, he's going to get 2. Foul is going to be called on number 11, and that was Justin Cross.
Yeah, I thought that. He's limping a little bit.
I think he may have rolled an ankle a little bit. He's trying to walk it off, and Tyler Smith-Peter says, Elliott Lowndes, go get Mr. Cross, let him come to the bench.
They need to be taken.
So Elliott into the game, replaces Cross. Hepker holds on the far sideline, gets it to Franklin. Franklin dribbles up to the top of the logo at midcourt. Works to the left side. He was cut off by Lowndes. Nice job. Hepker feeds. Brown, he drives. Shot blocked by Kurt Lewis. Brown gets it back. 3 from the corner's no good. Here come the Vols on the run. Kurt Lewis out on the point. Takes it to the hole. Off the glass. Can't get it to go. But he got fouled. And it was Ethan Brown that had the responsibility of trying to stop Kurt Lewis on the drive to the hole. And a timeout is called by the Blue Storm. 14:29 on the clock. Vols lead at 61-43. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll pause for 30 here on 103.5 ESPN.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
John A. Logan basketball brought to you by John A. Logan College. Why would you go anywhere else? Tim Ritchie?
That's for sure.
Yeah, see what I say?
Go to John A. Logan.
61-43, 14 and a half remaining here in the game. Vols riding a 13-game winning streak, trying to push it to 14. Kurt Lewis is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. Kurt has 17 on the night. 81% free throw shooter. Hits the first. 18 now. Comes around, turns around, slaps the hands of Isaiah Stafford and James Dent. Now he goes back up, toes the line.
He's the guys at the free throw line go tap the free throw shooter.
On the block, Elliott Lowndes, and on the other side, Q Peterson. The second from Lewis is good. 19. And the Vols are up 63-43, a 20-point lead. This 20-point lead hasn't been as explosive for the Volunteers as it normally is.
No.
Been kind of a slow, methodical. Long three, top of the keys, no good. Rebound, James Dent. Outlet pass. Hugh Peterson picks it up. Outlet pass, Stafford to the rack. Layup is good from Isaiah Stafford. 8 in the game now for number 24. 22-point lead. Ethan Brown around the screen from Hepker, drives the paint. Euro step slide down the lane, and he got fouled. And they're going to call it on number 30. That would be Elliott Lowndes, the first on Elliott. And we got a media timeout on the floor. It's at the 13:54 mark, and the Volunteers are up 65-43. We'll pause for 60 seconds here on 103.5 ESPN.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
A 22-point lead for your Volunteers on the road at Southwest Illinois College this evening. It is 65-43 coming out of the media timeout. And at the line is going to be Ethan Brown, who is going to be shooting free throws for the Blue Storm. The score was 46-35 at the break. And now Ethan Brown is at the line shooting 2, and he misses the first one. He's a 69% free throw shooter, Ethan is. Averages 8.6 points per game. He's got 2 here. About 7 minutes gone in the second half. The second from Brown is good. So here come the Volunteers. The 21-point lead. Peterson around the screen from Kurt Lewis. Drives the baseline, found an opening, dishes out to the left wing. 3 from Dent is no good. Lowndes gets the rebound for the Vols. Now to Peterson. Drives to the block. Weaves his way in, off the glass and good. Q with 8 in the game, 67-44. Volunteers. On the left wing. McLam, and the ball out of bounds. It's a turnover on the Storm, giving it right back to the Volunteers. That's a third turnover.
Yeah, he led him a little bit too much.
Vols had 4 first half turnovers. They have 1 here in the second.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I had 10 turnovers on Swick in the first half. They've got 3 here.
That's something. Logan moves up down the court and still turnovers are down.
Just don't turn it over a lot. Kurt Lewis bounce pass to Dent on the left wing. His 3 is a little bit too strong, and the rebound is controlled by Kurt Lewis, and the slam! Woo! Kurt Lewis. 21 points in the game for Kurt, and they steal it the other way. James Dent gets the layup.
Wow.
Wow, what a
turn
stretch right there. 18 for Dent. They're picking up the pressure in the backcourt. Everybody's standing on the Logan bench. Into the front court, driving, and a foul is going to be called on Sean Smith as he got right in front of Ethan Brown. And the ball will belong to the Storm as Kurt Lewis checks out. Coming into the game, Tion Nesbitt seeing his first action of the night here at the 12-minute mark. Down low, the feed to Hepker, misses the layup. Lowndes gets the rebound. Balls are Into the front court again. Stafford has Brown on his back. Step back three, top of the key, in and out, no good. Rebound to Bent. Bent dishes it to Boyd. Boyd across the top, drives off the block, misses, just threw it off the side of the backboard. And Stafford gets the rebound. Outlet to Dent. Dent, no look pass right wing to Sean Smith. No good. Right there for the rebound, and the putback is Tion Nesbitt. How does he do that? He comes into the game every time, and he scores like within about 30 seconds.
He did a good job.
That's just, he's got a magnet in his hand. I'm going to call him Magnet Man.
And he's a pure shooter. Might be the best pure shooter Logan's got. He's got a lot of good shooters.
73-44. Crossover dribble, driving to the baseline. Floater with the right hand is good. And that was put up by Jefferson McLam, his first field goal. Now it's 73-46. Stafford slows down the pace. Here at the near hash. Now dribbles to the far side, to the hash. Up top, Lowndes sets the screen, but he reverses the other way, pulls up the dribble. Up top to Dent. Dent, stutter step in and turns it over. I shouldn't have talked about turnovers moments ago. That's number 2 here in the second half.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
The jinx.
Shame on Dave. Lowndes gets a nice greeting at the far bench from his fellow Volunteers. It's going to belong to the Storm, though. They trail 73-46. And now Franklin, Ja'Kai Franklin back in the game. He takes control of the ball, basketball up top, feeds it down low, and a foul is going to be called on Justin Cross. And Justin's like, I'm not exactly sure what I did.
And Dre Boyd.
That's number 4 on Justin, so it's going to be Elijah Jones that will replace Cross.
Coach Smith-Peters explained something to Cross.
On the baseline left, the feed out toward Franklin up top. Up high, gets the screen from Grace, around Grace, between the leg dribble to the paint, pull up, floats it at the glass, too strong, no good. Rebound, Sean Smith, and the turnover the other way, and the easy bucket from Franklin. That's 11 for Franklin. Vols now have 3 turnovers. I'll not mention turnovers again the rest of the game. To the corner, open 3, Nesbitt. Tion.
Nice pass by Sean Smith.
5 in the game for Tion, and he's been on the floor for 45 seconds. 76-48. 28-point lead for the Volunteers. Over on the right wing, Franklin feeds it to McLam. No good. Rebound, Volunteers. Outlet pass. Here comes Elijah Jones. Down the baseline, throws it to the right wing. Tion thought about the 3. Drives in, finds Smith on the right wing. He gets it back to Nesbitt, top of the key 3, good! Tion Nesbitt, 8 in the game.
Another assist by Sean Smith.
Wow. Listen to those Volunteer players over there.
They're excited.
31-point lead. Franklin has thin on him defensively. 9:40 remaining in a foul called on the Blue Storm. It's going to be that is going to be on Lawrence.
Jaden Lawrence looked like him.
That's
motion number 1.
Yeah, that's 2 fouls on Lawrence.
Hey, in the old days, you raise your hand. That made it easier, you know. Everybody knows who the foul was.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Make us work.
I've seen one once in a while put their hand up, hoping that some other player didn't get the foul, and they got it.
Isaiah Stafford brings it into the front court for the Vols. Nesbitt, head fake from about 35. Floater with the left hand is good.
Baby left hand hook.
Woo! 10 for Tion.
The bench is going bananas.
That is crazy. 81-48. On the left wing. Boyd, stolen. Here come the Vols the other way with the flush. Boom, Sean Smith. His first field goal of the game right there on the dunk.
Wow, on the dunk.
83-48. Crossover dribble. Franklin drives in. Left-hand layup. No good. Can't get it fall, but the tip and putback is good from Dre Boyd. 11 in the game for Boyd. Here's Stafford breaking down the D end of the front court. Looks at Tyler Smith-Peters. Eli down and ready to check in for the balls on the far sideline. Stafford around the screen from Elliott Jones. Top of the key now. Gets a little opening into the paint. Dishes it to Tion Nesbitt. Three from Nesbitt again! Woo! How much fun is Tion Nesbitt having tonight? Three three-pointers in the last 3 minutes.
He's a shooter.
13 in the game for T. In 86-50. The Vols, the 36-point lead. I'm going to have to start counting on my toes here.
Yeah.
In a few minutes. Down low to the left corner, Storm with it. Lawrence drives into the paint, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on the Volunteers, Sean Smith. That's number 3 on Sean.
He hadn't been in there that long.
But
he makes things happen.
My gosh. That's all you can say is, oh my gosh. OMG in the scorebook.
That's right. Unbelievable.
On the line.
From NBA range.
Shooting free throws is going to be Jaden Lawrence. 60% free throw shooter. First one is in the air and good.
Nesbitt stuck around a while. He's been injured and hadn't got to play much, but he's still working at it.
Eli down replaces Isaiah Stafford as he heads to the sideline. Hand slap from Coach Tyler. Jaden Lawrence from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Averages 7 points a game. He's got 3. His second free throw, the bonus, is in the air, and it's good. 4 for Jaden. 86-52. 7:55 remaining in the game. John Smith over to Nesbitt. Nesbitt around the screen from Dent. Finds it, Dent now. Crossover dribble, drives into the paint, puts it up, got fouled. They going to call it on 11 or are they going to call it on 12? I think they called it on 11. And that is going to be Tristan McRoberts with his first foul.
And Nesbitt, you have to get out on him out there. Dent same way. Dent drove the hole.
James Dent is 2 for 4 as he hits the first one. 19 in the game. He's averages 9 points a game. Just a heck of a ball game for James tonight. Second is good. So he's got 2-0, 20, 88-52 Volunteers. Jaden Lawrence. Bounce pass was intended for Franklin. He gets it though. Around the screen. Leaves it out on the left wing. McRoberts. Jumper for McRoberts from about 18, no good. Rebound put back is no good from Lawrence. Toes the line, tries to throw it off the Volunteers, and coming away with it is Elijah Jones to the corner. Nesbitt for 3. Oh, he finally misses. He is human. The other way. The outlet pass and off the glass is good. Jefferson McLam.
Good shot by him.
In transition, picks up the field goal the other way. He's got 4, and it is 88-54. Over on the far hash, spinning move to the baseline. Jones gets fouled, and that was before the shot. The foul is going to be on Jefferson McLam. Timeout is called.
Media.
And it's a media timeout. 6:46 remaining in the game. The Volunteers firmly in control. They lead at 88-54 here on 103.5 ESPN.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching now is life-changing.
Welcome back to Volunteers basketball here on 103.5 ESPN. I'm Dave McKenzie. Tim Ritchie standing next to me.
That's right. You know, you see something that says stand by. That's what I was doing.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah,
I said stand by. You're right. 88-54 with 6:46.
We used to these back seats. No back.
88-54. It is the 34-point lead for the Volunteers, and they have the ball. Downen tried to feed Dent in the paint down low, and it was slapped away. That's another turnover on the Volunteers. Here comes the Storm, the left wing. Lawrence's three, short. Rebound is Tion Nesbitt.
You got to do it all.
He's done it all, and he's done it all in the last 4 minutes.
Second rebound.
He's got 13 points, 3 3-pointers. Dent behind the back dribble up top. Now to the left side, down and back to Dent between the circles. Just left of the circle, feeds the paint with the basketball. Jones backs his man down, got fouled, and the foul is going to be on. That is going to be Jaden Lawrence, number 3 on Jaden. So Elijah Jones, who's had a quiet night, he's got 3 points. Is at the line shooting 2. First one is no good. 52% free throw shooter.
He sat out quite a bit of the game.
Yeah,
that's okay. I mean, other Dent was making shots.
Dent is checking out, coming into the game, Rashawn Bardo.
Nice ball game. I was talking to Bardo's dad here at the ball game.
The Marion native checks in. Now Elijah Jones. Eli's second is good. 4 in the game for Elijah Jones. 89-54. Over on the left wing. McLam, now to Franklin. Bardo picks him up defensively up top, reaches in, around the screen, down and picks him up on the switch. Back to Franklin. Franklin pulls up the dribble, right wing. Head fake, Vince drives in, jumper from 12, short, no good, rebound. Elijah Jones is going to keep it himself into the front court. Crossover dribble to the block, puts it up, gets fouled, and a charge is going to be called on Elijah Jones. Foul number 3 on Eli. And turnover. Gives it back to the Storm.
Here comes Lowndes in the ball game. Cobden, Illinois.
Elliott.
Appleknackers.
Yep. Appleknackers.
Appleknackers, a new name.
Elliott replaces Jones, who had a great night, finishes so far with 4 points. If he doesn't re-enter. Top of the key, bounce pass to the free throw line to Hepker. Hepker holds, tries to break down Lowndes. Nice job defensively, cutting him off. Kicks to the corner right, and the 3 is good from Franklin. It's his second of the game, 14 points for Jakias Franklin. 89-57. Behind the back, Sean Smith. Running some clock. 15, 14, 13 on the shot clock to the elbow. Finds Downen. Downen's 3, in and out, no good. Lowndes tips it around, but Hepker comes away with the rebound. Dishes it to Boyd. Boyd now steps across midcourt. Takes a deep breath with the right-hand dribble now. Dishes it to the elbow. Hepker gets it. Lowndes on him. Hepker to the hole. Right hand. Man, he just laid it up underneath the arm of Elliott Lowndes.
Nice shot.
Yes, it was.
Good post player.
15. He was a great high school player, too. I've been impressed with him here in the college game tonight as well. Around the screen from Lowndes. Sean Smith, spin move off the elbow, finds Downen, head fake. Misses the 3 from the right wing. Lowndes the putback, though, there to clean it up. Elliott's first field goal of the game. He's got 2.
3 rebounds.
91-59.
He's chasing after that 100-point margin.
Boyd, left-hand dribble, across the top of the key, breakdown, takes it to the hole, off the glass, can't, no good. Didn't hit anything, actually. Here comes Sean Smith to the paint. Right-hand runner, no good. Rebound. McLam for the Storm. Now to Franklin. 3:35 remaining. 91-59. Franklin on the left wing. on the paw prints on the floor. Around the screen from Hepker to the block. Left-hand runner is good.
Franklin,
Yep, 16 now for Franklin. Lowndes, an easy layup the other way. 4 for Elliott.
Might have got by with a walk here.
I think he might have.
We won't tell the official.
93-61. 32-point lead for the Volunteers. Franklin tried to feed Hepker in the paint, but it was off the foot of one of the Volunteer players.
Everybody's been the ball game for Logan except Grant Jones.
Hepker goes to the bench, and it's going to be Luke Grace back in the lineup.
Well, I didn't know what to expect about this ball game. I thought it'd be close.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I think everybody thought it was a possibility. This Vols team is on a roll as they're well on their way to their 14th win in a row. Turnover. Gives it back to the Volunteers the other way. Tion Nesbitt got fouled as he went to the rack. He tried to hang there to get the bucket, but Tion will shoot 2, and the foul is going to be on Franklin.
Sean Smith with second steal. He hadn't played much.
Tion has to lace up the kicks again. Takes the ball from the official. 13 in the game for Tion. Misses the first free throw.
Too close.
Yeah.
He can shoot a 3.
Yeah. Well, nobody guarding him.
Think he can move out farther. Move back about 5 feet.
Claps his hands twice, dribbles the ball twice, spins it in his left hand. The free throw, he was out of routine. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
14 for Tion Nesbitt. And he came into the game, I think there was about 7.5 minutes remaining here in the second half. He has lit it up. They feed the block, that's Boyd. Has down and on him. Pulls up, baseline jumper is short, no good. Down and gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Tion Nesbitt. Number 21, hands it to Sean Smith. Smith holds up high, now floats to the center of the floor, to the far side. To the far
run left side.
Yep, lob pass for Lowndes, he misses the lob, and it winds it. It was there.
He won that assist.
They cleared it out for Lowndes on the backside, but he couldn't finish. And now it's the Storm, top of the key, a foul in the paint. It's going to be on number 30, Lowndes.
Yeah, he pushed. Ontario, Canada native, Luke Grace. They're bumping a little bit.
So now Luke Grace is at the line shooting the 1 and the bonus, or the 1 and 1. He's got 2 points, 62% free throw shooter. Gets the first one. The second from number 32 in the white uniform. Misses the second. Lowndes gets the rebound for the Vols. Minute 40 remaining. 94-62. Sean Smith takes control. Top of the key over, or between the circles rather. Down to the far side. Rayshawn Bardo gets clear out. Lowndes takes the ball. Finds Smith. He's going to pull up 3, and that rainbow is good.
Lowndes with the assist.
5 in the game for Sean Smith, 97-62.
That was downtown.
Boyd gets it to McLam. Now over to the right side, they feed it down low. McLam fights his way. The shot blocked from Lowndes, and Boyd is there to clean it up. Boyd with 13. Vols Lowndes is fouled from behind. It's going to be on 22. That is going to be, no, that's not right.
You messed up your assist again.
Maybe it was 1-2. Jefferson McLam, I believe. So Elliott Lowndes is at the free throw line right. First one is good. 5 in the game for Elliott, averaging 3 points a game. 52 seconds remaining. Elliott's second is good as well. 6 for Elliott.
99-64. Logan.
The suspense now is, will they get one more point?
100, yeah.
Bringing it across the top. Meckham, who's into the game for the Storm. Beats Boyd down on the block, fights his way, and a bump foul. Shooting 1-1. It's going to be on Rashawn Bardo. And now Boyd shooting the 1-1. 13 points in the game for Dre Boyd. Hits the first. Dre Boyd, 1 of 3 from Bowling Green, Kentucky. They play for this Blue Storm team. Second free throw is no good. Lowndes gets another rebound. Bardo across the timeline. Spins away from the defender. That's Boyd. Launches a long-range 3. It was close, not good. And so with 18, 17, 16, Boyd into the front court, reverses, backs it up, gonna hold. 99-65. Crossover dribble, driving to the rack, and the shot blocked from Lowndes, and that's gonna be the ball game. Hey, your John A. Logan Volunteers have won 14 games in a row in a blowout win here at Swick this evening. 99-65. The Vols now 15-2 on the season, and
they 8-0 in conference, aren't they?
Yes, they are 8-0 in conference, and Swick now is going to be 12-7 overall, and their record is at 500 in conference play, 4-4. 99-65. Volunteers win it here on the road tonight at Jay Harrington Court at Southwest Illinois College, and we'll wait on Tyler Smith-Peters to make his way over here. As what a game. It was a tight ball game, 46-35, the 11-point lead at the break. But here the Volunteers finish with 99. 53 points scored here in the second half by the Volunteers. And the Vols keep that winning streak alive. 14 games on the season. And just an impressive win. It was a tight ball game early, but they put it away here in the second half, Tim Ritchie.
Oh, it's unbelievable, this Logan team. I mean, I've been doing it about 5 years, and the games, and nothing like this. I mean, Logan's had some great teams too, and had to take it to the wire. But man, this team is a good team. Beat Vincennes, and we just pound them.
Yeah, absolutely. They get the 34-point win here tonight on the road at Swick. When you look at the scoring, we'll go through the Blue Storm first. They were led tonight by the 16 from Jakias Franklin. Also chipping in 15, Saxton Hepker for the Blue Storm. 13 points from Dre Boyd. Those are the 3 players that were in double digits. You had Jaden Lawrence that finishes with 4, Ethan Brown with 3, Tristan McRoberts with 2, Jefferson McLam with 4, Jacoby Huddleston with 4, and let's see here, Luke Grace finishes with 3. Remember, their second leading scorer, Noah Courtney, did not play tonight because of that foot injury, and he may actually be out for a couple more games.
Oh, yes, that'd make a little difference.
Yeah, it might have made a little bit of a difference.
Points.
But he averages 12 points a game. Don't know that it would have been enough here tonight over the Vols as they rolled in the second half. When you look at the scoring for the Volunteers, man, I don't know who to pick for the star player of the game. It could be Kurt Lewis, who finishes as the leading scorer with 21. James Dent could be your star of the game. He finishes with 20.
Dent had a great
Tion Nesbitt comes in, plays 7 minutes in the game, finishes with 14 on the night. KJ Debrick with 11. Q Peterson with 8. You also have Elijah Jones with 4. Sean Smith with 5. Isaiah Stafford with 8 points tonight. Eli Downen with 2. Elliott Lowndes with 6. KJ with 11. Vols win it here this evening, 99-65, and one happy camper, Mr. Tyler Smith-Peters, head coach.
Yeah.
My gosh, you just make it look too darn easy.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Can you keep this going like this?
We're going to try. We're going to try. I mean, like I said, it's credit to our guys. I mean, first half wasn't great, but, I mean, offensively and defensively, but we come in, we scored 46 points.
Yeah.
And we still didn't think we played great. I mean, and we know it's not going to be our offense that's the problem. It's just defense and getting stops, and we did an unbelievable job in the second half of doing that.
Just the same thing we keep saying. It's like a broken record with this Vols team. It's an 11-point lead at the half, and then the next thing you know, bang! It's 20, then it's 22, then it's 26, then it's 30. Then you bring Tion Nesbitt in, and he plays 7 minutes and pops for 14 points.
Yeah.
You got 20 from James Dent. You got 21 from Kurt Lewis. You're just hitting all the right buttons, Coach.
Yeah, no, and I mean it's hard to guard us for that reason right there. Like you said, how many people scored, I mean, it's hard for them to guard. I mean, you take away one guy, another guy's going to step up. I mean, it's very hard for them to guard.
Yeah, 4 in double digits. Tim, you have any questions? You can talk in the mic.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you can? Good.
Yeah.
No, I can't believe I told Dave I thought it'd be a close game, maybe down to the wire, and you just do the same thing. In the first half, the first 10 minutes is close, and just expand it. Like I said, you can't cover you, and everybody's playing defense. The guys are happy when they make assists. They're mad when somebody doesn't make a shot. When they don't get the assist. That's good.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think we had 7 assists in the first half and probably 20 in the second half.
Yeah.
And like you said, Tim, I mean, our guys are happy to see other guys hit shots. And, I mean, you can't teach that. That's a credit to them. That's a credit to their parents and raising them. I mean, it's fun to watch.
You've been around a lot of basketball. You've played a lot of basketball. Have you seen a team that is so unselfish with the basketball like this team is? They are looking. I mean, I got it from the horse's mouth last night from Kurt Lewis. I'd rather have a sweet feed to somebody and a bucket than my own points.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they are just so unselfish.
Yeah, no, and I think we knew that about Curtis. Like he said, he'd rather make a really good pass to somebody and see them score than himself. And, I mean, that's everybody on our team. And like I said, I mean, if you try to stop one guy, you have 5 to 6 others stepping up, and they've done an unbelievable job, and our assistants have done an unbelievable job on the scout.
To go ahead, get him the ball.
Ride that horse.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Dan, I think, was the key in that second quarter.
Oh, he was huge in the first half. And that's what I keep going back to. You try to stop Zay or Q or Lou, and now you have James or Sean or KJ. I mean, it's Elijah. It's tough to guard.
It absolutely. Well, you're back at it on Saturday. This time you're going to be at home. Wabash comes to town, and I don't even know what to say. I mean, you would have to expect it's going to be more of the same. But I mean, you have to. I mean, I don't. What do you say to the guys?
No,
I mean, I know you've got things that you're not going to be happy with what you saw in the first half that you'll go through.
Yeah, no, and I mean, we want to be elite day in and day out, and the only way that you can be elite is doing it every single day. And so, I mean, doesn't matter who we're playing, we're coming in with the same mentality, and that's to come in, be the hardest and toughest team night in and night out, and our guys have done an unbelievable job of that.
Well, they always say practice hard so that the games are easy, and I can imagine that's probably how it is.
Yeah, no, and shoot, we go as long as our guys
want to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey,
as long as we get all this stuff.
Though, you got great competition in practice.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you have just 5 players, another 5 aren't very good, then it's tough.
No,
you got great competition.
And we base all of our practices on effort. We can go through our stuff in an hour and a half if we need to. If they knock it out, great, we're done. I mean,
that's
it's all
important.
based on
A lot
their
of people
effort.
think you got to practice 3 hours or something, and everybody gets upset.
Nah.
The coaches, the players. And,
Yeah, no.
I mean, especially to get the season going. You
No,
gotta
and
go 2 hours.
it's all based on their effort, how long we practice, and they've done an unbelievable job with it.
That's awesome. Tyler Smith-Peters joins us after the 99-65 win tonight on the road at Swick. Back at it Saturday. It'll be a 3 o'clock tip as Wabash Valley comes down. Congratulations, Coach, and just a great ball game.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming, guys.
Tyler Smith-Peters.